What's up, guys? It's your boy, the hoodlum, Eric Acton, and you're tuning in to the 3 Count Podcast. Enjoy.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the 3 Count Podcast Review Show. So, I'm going to be honest, first thing that I want to do is get this kind of out of the way. For those of you who are watching and know about me, yes, I lost my best friend last night. I would like to just give a quick moment of silence for him because it matters to me, and I think that works. So let's get into how Monday Night Raw started, right? But first, actually, we got to get down the roster, right? So you see him. He's right next to me this whole time. He is the host of the show. You know him. You've seen him. You've listened to him talk. Chaz, the Don. Chaz, the icon. Chaz Evans.
What's going on? What's going on? I am the Don, the boss. Chaz Evans here to grace the 3 Count Podcast Review Show. This is my first one, so.
Yeah, it sure is. I'm so glad that you're here with us now. So, also, you see him. He is the Swole Master, the man with all the muscles, and he makes John Cena look like he's. That is Chris Idol.
What's up, guys? Always happy to be here.
Bet. So, I don't have any fancy titles for him. I'm sorry, Chaz. I know I failed you on that one. What?
Yeah, I definitely thought you were about to do the whole, shebang dang and make your own up, but now I'm hurt.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of your thing. Like, I only do that, like, every once in a while because I try to make it seem cool, but I can't. So,
That's true.
let's get into Raw. So, we started off with WWE, rest in peace to Kamala. We did lose him over the weekend, so WWE definitely kicked off that way. Then we get into our contract signing that we saw, very first segment of the show. Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio signing the contracts. Dominic actually signed 2 contracts, one for SummerSlam, one for being a WWE superstar. So I do want to say congrats to Dominic. It's cool to see that he is a part of the WWE family. I know, like, we have our differences about what we think about WWE, but it is cool to see that he's being elevated to a status, so it's cool to see that he's there and he's going to be training. And I couldn't think of a better first match than Seth Rollins, to have. So anyway, we have Samoa Joe.
Can we talk about can we talk about his though? Those kendo shots?
We can talk about it after.
Okay, yeah.
So what we had first was Samoa Joe introducing both people. They came out, cut the promos as usual. I'm going to say Samoa Joe is my hero. Like, I have to say that out loud because that man cut such a venomous promo for someone who can't be in the ring, and I love seeing Samoa Joe do Samoa Joe. Like, I'm just going to be honest. We did see Dominic kind of give his retorts about how he's kind of like the way he's being presented, so it was kind of cool to see him kind of like paddle back. And then we had our first match. First match tonight was Humberto Carrillo versus Seth Rollins, which, if you thought Humberto Carrillo stood a chance in this match, you were sadly wrong. Also, I do want to point out that Seth Rollins did say, even though the Titantron the graphics in the back said 1 week till SummerSlam, Seth Rollins did say, "I will see you in 2 weeks at SummerSlam." I will put that out there. So anyway, Humberto Carrillo, Seth Rollins, decent match. I thought it was a Raw match. It was supposed to be what it was supposed to be. And then Seth wins by powerbombing Humberto Carrillo and then hitting him with a stomp. I'm not going to lie, I like that setup. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I thought it was cool. And then we got into what possibly could have been one of the most vicious things I think I've seen on the show in a long time. So Buddy Murphy then attacks Dominic Mysterio, which, by the way, it's got to be Dominic. It can't be Dominic Mysterio. Okay.
Oh, they're totally going to do Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, you have to earn that nickname, I think. I think you have to earn that last name, and you're not quite there, my man. I like you, but you're not quite there. Okay? Eddie would be very disappointed. So anyway.
Oh.
We get into if I forgot to mention that Dominic came out with the kendo stick, and looked kind of cool, but then started to get beat down with his own kendo stick. And
Treat that boy like a pinata.
did he? Oh my goodness. This was the worst part when I saw Seth go, hey, I'm hearing them, but I'm just not seeing them. Buddy, get his shirt off. And I was like, oh, this is not looking good. And yeah, I was right. I was 100% right. That man took an ass whooping. Shots to the abdomen, shots to the back, shots to the arm. And then Buddy Murphy tied him up in the ropes. And they broke a kendo stick and got 2 more. And by this time, I was begging for mercy for Dominic. Because let's be honest, man. Getting hit in the chest, then getting hit in the back, then in the chest and the back, and then in the chest and the back in a rapid succession, that was brutal. Oh, it was so brutal. Like,
none of this would have happened if he just joined Rollins like I told him to, months ago. This wouldn't have happened. He wouldn't probably have those such bad luck.
I'm doing it for my dad. I'm doing it for
Oh God, no.
It's a
That's
shame
why
Dominic
I'm
didn't
back.
listen to you.
Yeah, it looked vicious. Hey, guess what? We have a run-in.
We got a run in.
Yeah, we're having a run-in. So,
Yes. After I yelled at him over the text message.
it was okay. So him getting caned, man, was just brutal though. Just back and forth.
That's what I gotta say. Fuck you for yelling at me. I finally am home alone for the first time in months. No kid. Just me. And you ruined it.
Well, that's okay. Because we're live on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck Facebook.
I
said it. I said it.
So, as we get towards the end, man, they leave Dominic laying in the ground, and all we just saw was the cane marks on him, man. And I felt bad for him, man. And then the pictures afterwards of what he looked like. For you guys who
They were beautiful.
Oh my God,
It was amazing.
I'm putting those up on the YouTube channel. So if you guys go and watch this on YouTube, you'll see those pictures at the very beginning of the show. So we're jumping to the first promo of the night where people wanted to go back and talk about Retribution, which I'm going to be honest, I don't like them. Because, like, somebody else said it, they're not even the most, like, heelish thing on the show. Like,
I don't know. I can't disagree with you on that.
like whatever. So the second match that we had, though, we came up Andrade versus Angelo Dawkins. Zelina had cut a promo, talked about how she had nothing to do with what happened to Ford. And then, Dawkins had a pretty decent match. We did have Zelina causing some antics. She jumped up on the top rope, or not top rope, on top of the canvas. She got pulled off by Bianca Belair, and then we saw the big slam from Angelo, and he got the 1, 2, 3 over Andrade. So it was kind of a cool thing to see. Next up, Bianca then was talking trash. She threw Zelina in, and we started from a commercial break. Right away, we had Zelina versus Bianca, and I thought that was a great TV match too. Bianca did come up with a win. She cut a promo afterwards, talking about "I will see you later," blah 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 blah, and that they wanted to smoke. Next up, we had a recap of Apollo Crews. And we joined everybody in the VIP lounge segment. Then it was weird, man. I liked this line, but I just didn't like the whole promo overall. That Apollo Crews said, "You paid thousands of dollars for this belt, and you don't even get to have it, MVP." And he just laughed about it, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a cool line, but it would be a lot cooler from somebody else and not you."
Oh, why you messing with Smiley McSmiles?
That's
Right.
Like,
Actually, nickname T.
I don't know. Maybe if they wouldn't have presented him as like the smiling baby face all the time, like I would actually believe that he has this vicious side to him. But I cannot. I feel like
somebody that smiles like that is suspicious. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying that.
Facts.
Think about him. I think about him and him smiling all the time, I think like he's gonna have a kendo on a stick match, like kendo on a pole match, and then get the kendo and not use it.
I could see that.
I can see
Yeah.
it too.
Totally doing a Bailey thing. I see that happening. So we come back from break. Shelton Benjamin versus Apollo Crews. Pretty decent matchup too, I say. Most of the matches on the show actually weren't that bad. I'll be honest. But there was a distraction. Was a roll up. 1, 2, 3. Great win for Shelton Benjamin. So yeah.
Oh, Shelton Benjamin won a match. Never thought I'd see the day.
Shit. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It was like 2 of 3 now. Like he won
Yeah.
7 title and then turned around, lost it.
He getting ready to get fired. That's why.
Probably. So here's like, okay, so here's my problem with Retribution, right? They cut to a back angle and we see like a security guard, like it looked like, and this is partly Kevin Dunn's fault too, as well, the producer, right? It's like the security guard like waved like this, and then a camera like follows this man to a door, right? Retribution is just standing there with a cinder block. And when he has this cinder block, the guy tells Retribution, "Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it at all." And yeah, all of a sudden, like they throw the cinder block through the door, and they all cheer.
Yeah, Cliff, you don't hang outside of. You don't hang outside of buildings with cinder block?
No, because I turn my
I do that
TV
all the
down.
time.
Yeah. That's how I spend my Saturday nights.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
standing outside with the cinder block and your TV up all loud and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
He is kind of loud.
Okay, but the problem though wasn't the fact that they threw one cinder block, right? They threw a cinder block through the door, it broke the door, and then guess what they did? They threw a second cinder block through the open door.
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah.
Did they? Did they really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
And they were all
Oh,
cheering about it, like, yeah, we did it, guys. Like, you did what? You did nothing.
Oh, that's great.
It's like Vince was sending in her ear, like, do it now. Throw the second one. It's like, why, man? We already broke the glass. That's why I had a problem with this one.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We go to commercial break. We come back from commercial break. And on this commercial break, after commercial break, we got to see the return of Mickie James.
Oh, she did come back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's back now.
Oh, good for her.
She was talking about how she's returning and that, you know, she has gold on her mind and that, you know, she's looking to move to the top spot, only to be interrupted by Natalya and Lana, who were dressed alike.
Lana.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, fun fact, during this entire thing that was happening, right? Lana mentioned that Mickie James can't be champion because she doesn't even have a TikTok.
I hate TikTok.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. Wait, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I can get with that.
Perfect sense.
I can get with that.
Hell yeah.
I hate y'all.
Why do you think I'm not champion anymore? I don't have a TikTok. I just got one by
Yeah.
It was, I was like,
by
this
accident,
is
right.
I was like, this is
I
lame.
got
Act-
the Instagram.
After this whole thing happened, man, we moved into Raw Underground, and we talked about a promo that was going on with Raw Underground, where Shane McMahon was all hyped about getting into the front door of Raw Underground. It was what it was. Next up, man, we came back. We had the Viking Raiders and Air Force Ones versus Tozawa and his ninjas. If you don't know who Air Force Ones is, that's Cedric Alexander and Ricochet. And if you've ever watched them wrestle, you know why. The crazy thing was, man, like the first two ninjas like came running into this ring and they got beat up by Ricochet and by Cedric Alexander. And then we had the Viking Raiders get tagged in, and there was a third ninja plus Tozawa, and the third ninja refused to tag in. And so the third ninja kept saying that he wanted to leave, so they left. And So Ninja number 2 came running in and got caught in the Viking experience. Once he got caught in the Viking experience, the 1, 2, 3 happened. They went to cheer. Ninja number 3 is what we'll call him. So Ninja number 3 was walking with Tozawa up the ramp. But you see Ninja number 3 do like the wave thing like this, right?
Right.
And the ref came out. Tozawa turned around. There's a referee, and Tozawa got rolled up for the 1, 2, 3, only to be revealed that R-Truth was Ninja number 3.
Wonderful.
That's amazing.
Look at the truth.
So R-Truth is now a 38-time 24/7 champion.
That's amazing.
595, 711.
He's catching up. He's catching up to Chris. After this whole incident, we then had a promo of McIntyre, just kind of talking about like his matchup coming up with Randy at SummerSlam. We come back. We have Liv Morgan. Well, Ruby Riott came out, and she had Liv Morgan with her, but it was Liv's match versus the Iconics. I will have to say, though, the Iconics did cut a pretty cool promo. In fact, they even ended their promo. You know how normally it would be like, we've seen the future, and the future is
I got it.
iconic. That's how they said it. They had like this aggression to them. It was like, I could dig it. Go back and forth. Match ends up ending with Ruby Riott trying to push Billie Kay down off the ring set. Instead, she gets into an argument with the ref. And then Peyton Royce then hits her new finisher, and the 1, 2, 3.
Can we talk about the push that Peyton Royce has been getting? And I think it's good that she's finally getting.
I love the
come
Iconics.
up. Yeah, I mean, Peyton Royce is the better of the two in the Iconics in any way.
That's true.
So,
Cheers. That roundhouse kick she throws is fierce, man. I like
It
watching
is.
it.
same.
She got the straight leg extension, everything.
Yep.
It's like a clothesline. I'm like, yeah, I'm down with it. Next up, we review Asuka and Sasha's situation, and then we go back to the front door of Raw Underground. Like, we go down to Raw Underground, where we see Riddick Moss beat up a dude who looked like Dolph Ziggler, and I mistaken for Dolph Ziggler for so long until I actually watched it over again and realized it was random dude number 1.
Wow, you mistook random dude number 1 for Dolph Ziggler?
I did. I'm so glad that I had to correct myself.
Oh.
No, don't all nothing, okay? Random
Well, I mean, he
Ziggler
is random.
got
So,
his butt kicked
okay.
by Riddick Moss. Although I will say I did like the way it looked. I mean, it was kind of all over the place, but it was cool. I'm not gonna lie. So we move into our 7th match, man. Asuka versus Bayley. This match, I'm gonna be honest, man. It was a good match. It was a great match, right? Asuka did won. Right
It
person
was a
won.
banger.
But we got to talk about the unsung hero of this match. Most of you are going to say Sasha, and you would be almost correct. Rick Buggs is my hero. He's my spirit animal. All you hear in the background is you hear the glass, like the protective shield. You just hear it banging, but it's banging to the rhythm of We Will Rock You. And in the background, you can just hear Rick Buggs singing We Will Rock You. And I was like, this is amazing. I'm not even gonna front, man. I'm not gonna front. So after this match, obviously now Asuka has a chance to face Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with that.
Go murder her. That's what's gonna happen.
She's gonna
Yeah.
set
Yeah.
Sasha's
Murder.
hair on fire.
Well, then
Wow.
she's gonna
I
change
would.
to red.
Burn that wig right onto her head permanently.
I'm with it.
This is
I would just like to
awesome.
remind everyone that Sasha is my favorite horsewoman.
No, I'm all. Did he just grab him by the?
Yeah. So let's go into Raw Underground Part 2. We're gonna talk about that right now with Double Kato. Then beating man by grabbing his junk and pulling.
Oh,
He took fighting advice from IP Freely.
And Shane McMahon out there. It's legal, guys. There's no rules. It's okay.
Oh, I'm so doing that to somebody.
You should.
I'm just letting y'all know that I might do that next week and like next weekend
Do
So
it.
and after.
after Davocado wins his match, Davocado wins his match, Shayna Baszler gets into the underground pit, and she looks like she wants to fight Kato. I'm not even gonna front, man.
I know. I was
Oh.
upset she didn't fight Avocado.
She threw in her mouthpiece like she was getting ready to rock, and then like there was 3 random females, and Shayna Baszler then picked each one of them apart little by little.
Uh-huh.
They had it coming, Cliff. They was talking about her mama.
They were.
The audio didn't pick it up, but I heard it.
You would have thought that's what they were talking about because the way Shayna beat them, I was like, bruh, they owed her money because that's what it looked like.
Oh yeah,
see
it
that.
definitely did. It definitely looked like they did.
I was amazed. I was like, this is great. I love watching this.
So what you're telling me is she mugged them is what I'm seeing.
You know what?
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish that she would have just like started picking their pockets and seeing if they had money.
That would have
Right?
been great.
That would have been awesome. I would have enjoyed to see that.
It's Raw Underground, man. It can happen. There's no rule.
I mean,
Okay, I would like to say one thing real quick.
Apparently so.
Why is one of these chicks wearing that like frilly ass shirt?
Yeah, I have no explanation for you on that, man.
There's no rules, remember?
Yeah, they can wear whatever they
No,
want.
that's some bullshit. She looked like they just grabbed her off the street.
They probably did.
Probably did. Hey,
I
can you
would've.
get on camera? Here, come on.
Some random meth addict in Florida off the street.
If
Probably.
it was WCF, that's exactly how it would have went down. They'd be like,
Oh,
you
hell
look like
yeah.
you could fight. Want to be on camera? Awesome.
Everybody wants to be on camera.
Exactly.
It's true. It's very
Stupid
true.
idiot.
So after this, we go back to seeing Retribution, and they are cheering, flipping a car over, and they're just like cheering. I was like,
It's great.
I'm not even afraid about this because I've seen Braun Strowman.
I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I've always wanted to flip over a car.
I've
Like,
done
that is
it
on my bucket list.
It's when you're
with a couple of
flip somebody
I
else's
mean,
car.
it took like 10 of us, but we did it. Don't ask why.
So I'm not gonna ask why. My just thing with Retribution at this point, when does Vince McMahon step in? You know, they're legitimately terrorizing his company.
Who says it's
Oh.
not Vince McMahon behind it?
Right. You know, he's not the leader.
Right?
Right?
He did Nexus. Didn't he try to claim like he was a part of Nexus?
Like, we literally
they
saw
beat him
2
down.
members of the McMahon family within the past week that could have
Yeah.
easily stopped Retribution if they wanted to.
Yep.
It's an inside job.
It's an inside job. I agree.
That's the only way it makes sense.
it's the
It's
only
an
way. it makes
inside
sense.
job.
So yeah, that was a thing. Unfortunately, we had to bear through that. Again, like I'm not a fan at all. Like
I'm
ever.
interested. I'm not invested, but I'm interested.
That somebody is.
It's like watching the Dork Order when they first started out, like
The Dork Order.
Minions and everything.
What are you talking about? They're still horrible.
They're more tolerable now than they were when they first started.
I don't know.
If you've gone nose blind to the Dark Order,
I had to.
Right?
I had to. Eventually, I was gonna be able to just be like, you know what? I can tolerate them.
I
I can't
stand
do
them.
it.
I hate them.
I can't do it. And the
remember they came out originally with like all the, I don't know, this is not WWE related. Probably some of our listeners don't even know what we're talking about. Anyway, but they came out with all little minions at first, and then
yeah,
like
I remember that.
I will say that at least they don't have the stupid creepers anymore. 'Cause
yeah,
that was the worst.
that's what I'm saying.
That
See,
was.
now it makes it a little bit more palatable. Anyway, that's what Retribution is. It's like the first rendition of the Dork Order, and I can't take it. By the way, just for fun fact, I do have my daughter calling the Dork Order. So every time I see him, like, oh look, it's the Dark Order. She's like, oh, is that the Dork Order? I'm like, got you.
Because as long as she knows.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the main event, right? Main event of the night. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I love the main event. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. I'm always gonna be a huge fan of KO, and Randy Orton they did a great job, man, going back and forth. A lot of offense being delivered on both sides. And Randy Orton ended up winning. It was kind of cool because Kevin Owens set up like he was about to hit like the RKO, but of course he has the stunner, And yeah, Randy flipped it and hit him with a RKO 1, 2, 3 and called it a day. So I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, I love Orton. Orton's just been doing so good so far. It's the only time I'll ever say that again.
Yeah.
So normally you would think
So-
that would be the end, right? But that was not the end of our show. Randy asked Ric Flair to stay in the ring for a little bit so they could celebrate their win. And then Randy Orton cut one of the best promos I have ever heard him cut. And destroy Rick right in front of the camera. Rick then rebutted, and I really liked it because it was really felt heartfelt, like he was really like talking about it. And then they went to hug it out, and Randy Orton then low blowed Ric Flair and punted him. And then Drew McIntyre came out, and I was like, Drew, I get that we have to have a champion on the show at some point. I was like,
But you're too late.
you're way too late, bro.
Drew was on the toilet like JJ yesterday.
Right? They were like, "Hey, you need to go out there, man. Hold on."
It's like, hold on, I gotta wipe.
I'm trying to shake.
No, no, Rick's getting attacked right now. You gotta go.
Not gonna happen. Yeah, so and the show went off air with the Scotsman just standing over Ric Flair and like WWE officials, and you just saw McIntyre's face get angry. And I'm like, I get it because Rick is a legend, and that's why you're like standing up for the legends. But then again, you were also talking about how like none of the knowledge would be passed down to the future guys because of Randy. I guess I kind of understand like where it's coming from.
Well, that makes sense. If Randy keeps killing all the old people,
Right?
no one can pass
We
down
ain't gonna
the
know shit.
knowledge.
I mean,
We already know Randy's selfish. He's not gonna share the knowledge.
I mean, no offense. I
Randy-
don't blame him. I
Randy-
wouldn't either.
Randy is so heel. He'd be on his deathbed and say, "Come here, youngster. Let me bestow this knowledge on you real quick. Lean in close, then whisper psych, and then die."
I could see him doing that. I could see
That's
him
how
doing
evil Randy Orton is. Take all the knowledge to the grave with him.
I legit thought you'd be like, and then he would RKO him from his deathbed, and then die.
I thought he was going there too.
No.
that. I could see that too.
I can see that too.
It was. It was. I liked the way it wrapped up. The ending of the show looked good, so I'm not against it. I'm all for it. And now we're heading to summer. Well, actually, we'll head to NXT. We'll have SmackDown, and then hopefully, like that final angle will kind of like clear some things up. And then we have SummerSlam coming up, so we have some time to build some stuff up. Other than that, man, that's kind of like how the show worked out. Like, what are you guys' thoughts and opinions about the show?
Raw Underground still to me is stupid. I don't like it. I've always said this is Randy Orton's best work so far. Won't deny that. And yeah, I hate Raw still.
It hates you too.
I bet it does. 3 hours is too long. And I'll continue.
Your
I'll con-
face is too long.
You know what? It doesn't hurt me when my mom says it. It doesn't gonna hurt me when you say it.
Well, it'll hurt you when I punch you in it.
It might hurt me, but then again, I'm really quick and I will run away.
I mean,
I'm quicker. You
It's
remember,
all right,
I'm
Damien. Just
deceptively
get yourself
fast.
a bow staff and you'll be fine. You'll get him
That's not
right in the
funny.
face.
That's not funny.
Taz, look at me real quick. You know I'm fast. I will catch you.
That's true. Damien is really fast. You saw it for yourself.
yeah, he's the EST of WCF.
There you go.
I thought I knew how fast he was, and he still deceived me. And I was like, wow, that was scary.
I tell you.
Don't act like Damien is 1,000 years old and he ain't got the blood of Dracula in him. Of course he's fast. Y'all out
This
here
is true.
playing.
But I enjoyed Raw. I enjoyed it.
No, I did too.
Wasn't a bad show. I can't think of anything on the show that I hated. Everything was good. It was solid. Good storyline progression.
Okay,
Yeah.
that did have one little problem. So Retribution threw a brick the center block through an already broken window.
Yeah, I mentioned
Oh,
that. That was
Yeah, Cliff mentioned that I think right before
Yeah, I
you
know.
you got on.
That bothered me a little bit.
Okay. Well, while we're here and we do have some time left, let's talk about this for a second, okay? Let's talk about this shitty group that's called Retribution.
Oh god.
How is it that you have them come on SmackDown and every time they hit the ropes with a chainsaw, everybody cheers in the ring? They're like all bouncing up and down, like, "Woo, we did it, guys!" Like, no, that guy did it. Chainsaw Charlie.
That guy did it.
Y'all just stood in the ring and watched it get done.
You know what it's like? You know what it's like? It's like when that one person does all the work and someone shows up with the sandwich and is like, "Yeah, we did good here, guys." You're like, "You didn't do anything except sit on the side and eat a sandwich. You didn't do any work."
Sandwiches are delicious.
No. What is
Sandwiches are
Also,
that?
you could be that guy.
It's
Chad,
like
guy.
it's like when everybody has that group. It's like when everybody has that group project, right? And everybody's like, "Yeah, guys, equal work," and only one guy writes the paper, but everybody's like, "We all got an A." That's what
Yeah.
happened.
Yes.
That's what happened on SmackDown. And then not
Yeah.
even before that, we had the whole incident with on Raw where they hit the they threw the Molotov cocktail. One person,
Yes.
yet again, throws a Molotov cocktail at a transformer or at the power unit and like was messing with things. I was like, bro, all of us are cheering again. And I can get behind that one because it's the first time, but then like everybody should just be talking shit instead of like, hey, this is what we're doing.
I hope it's a continuous thing. I hope that's how it goes. That there's just the one guy that does everything, but they all take credit.
Dude, that would be amazing.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. This has Vince McMahon's fingers like written all over it because I feel like that's very much a thing like he would do.
Yeah.
Oh no, he probably would.
Vince is like, hey guys, the ratings are up. It's good shit. I did great. None of you. That's retribution.
God.
That's you know what? It's appropriate now. That's the reason why we have what we have. Because Vince is like, you don't like what I put on the air? You'll like this. It's good shit. I can't, man. I can't do it. But there is a lot of rumors that Retribution is going to be led by Tommaso Ciampa and Dominik Dijakovic. So
That'd be
if that's the
interesting.
case, I
That
would
would
be
be
interested.
That would be interesting. I could fuck with that.
I could too. But I think the only other part I have a problem with, though, is that, like, as much as we watch the Blackheart and Tommaso Ciampa, like, he's never ran with a group. It's always just kind of been him. Even with DIY, obviously, but even when he stood for something, it wasn't never like, oh yeah, all of us are going to take over. It's like, no, he's just doing him,
Yeah.
But then again,
is true.
it is the main roster, and we just fuck everything up that comes good from NXT. So I will stay away.
NXT doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
No.
It's not canon to anything. It's
NXT is
Nah.
like that. Vince is like a parent. Triple H is like his child, and NXT is that stupid thing that the child really likes that the parent doesn't understand but supports the kid.
Sounds
That's what it's like. Like I'm sure
that's
we all as
exactly
kids
right.
loved something that our parents thought was just the stupidest thing in the world and never understood it. But they were like,
Wrestling.
well, he likes it, so okay.
That was wrestling for me. My family don't get it.
Vince. Listen, Vince. We have to have continuity. Vince is like, I don't listen to hip hop. That's what it's like from NXT to main roster.
We gotta have continuity, and nobody watches that. Haven't you seen the ratings?
You guys can't even break a million views.
Right.
I bet you he said that. I bet you he
I
said
bet you he did too.
Vince, what about nobody watches that? Didn't you see the ratings?
It is interesting to see, though, that Dynamite is competing with SmackDown and Raw in the 18 to 49 demographics. So,
I'm glad you brought that up, Cliff. Tony Khan, go suck a dick.
the
And
man-
the rest of the roster run out in the street and play in traffic.
damn, like that's That's just not.
I don't think the whole roster should do that. Just like 90% of them.
All right.
Like
Look,
a 10%
whoever's
I like.
associated with the elite, yeah, they just need.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So before this gets too deep, guys, this is our review show for Raw.
For Monday Night Raw.
For Monday Night Raw. Hey, so on the real though, don't please go to prowrestlingtees.com/3countpod. Get yourself the OG t-shirt. We also have the logo, plus we have the catchphrase t-shirt. Follow us on Twitter and TikTok at 3count_pod, as well as on Instagram at the 3countpod. And then you can also find us on Facebook at the 3countpod and our YouTube channel as well, where you'll find this video, as well as the marks that Dominic got left on him at youtube.com/3countpod. So go on there, follow us, like us, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what you think of this video. For the Red Dog, Clifford Miller. For the Dawn, Chaz Evans. For the Swole One and the run-in of Damien Fatale, I am Clifford Miller. And so check out the next episode and be there or somewhere else.
What's going on, 3 Count Nation? I'm Clifford Red Dog Miller with the catchphrase. But what I really want you to do right now, go to twitter.com, right? Go over there, find us at the 3count_pod, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a comment. We want to talk to you guys. Go to IG at the 3countpod. Give us a like, give us a follow, leave us a comment. We want to interact with you. Go to youtube.com, give us a subscribe, turn the bell on, turn the notifications, leave a comment. We want to talk to you. Go to anchor.fm/the3count podcast, and in there, you can leave us a message, and we will talk to you. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that we want to talk to you. We want to have fun with you guys, and we love listening to what you guys have to say. Also, one thing I need you to do for me, the 3 Count podcast also has merchandise. At prowrestlingtees.com/the3countpod. Please go buy our t-shirts. We love you guys, and we hope you love us too. So show us some support, please.